Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Good day, Puerto Princesa. I am Sir Charles, your humanista teacher in discovering the realm of introduction to the philosophy of the human person. Prepare yourself, students, as we embark to learn and enjoy our topic for this subject, the value of doing philosophy. Hello again, philosophers! At the end of this lesson, you will be able to realize the value of philosophy in obtaining a broad perspective in life, identify the difference of simple questions from a philosophical reflection, and do a philosophical reflection on a concrete situation from a holistic perspective. If you are ready, let's try this activity. Don't forget to have with you your pen and philosophy notebook.
Directions. Read each question carefully. Choose the best answer. Write the letter in your notebook. Number 1. Which statement exemplifies philosophical reflection? A. Am I a good student? B. Do I look good tonight? C. How much do I have to spend? D. Will this shirt fit me? The answer is letter A. Am I a good student? Number 2. Which statement reflects deepest reflection? Letter A. Of course, war makes me richer, stated the anarchist. Letter B. Wow, I am very beautiful, claimed the nihilist. Letter C. Yes, God saved me, proclaimed the theist. Letter D. No, I can't do it, said the pessimist. The answer is letter C. Yes, God saved me, proclaimed the theist. Number 3. Which line of song best reflects literal reflection? A. I believe I can fly. B. How do I live without you? C. You look wonderful tonight. D. Do you know where you're going to? The answer is letter C. You look wonderful tonight. Number 4. All can be attributed to the act of philosophizing, except A. Learning experience begins with others. B. Seeking for one's purpose in life. C. Knowing one's very own self. D. Searching for the truth. The answer is letter A. Learning experience begins with others. Number 5. Which statement does not recognize one's meaning and purpose in life? A. Benigno Aquino Sr. said, the Filipino is worth dying for. B. Corazon Aquino said, it is better to die than to live a meaningful life. Rodrigo Duterte said, death starts when life begins. Letter B. Saint Lorenzo said, even I have 1,000 lives, I offer them to Jesus. The answer is letter C. Rodrigo Duterte said, death starts when life begins.
What is reflection? The very first thing that comes in your mind when hearing the word reflection is seeing yourself in the mirror. However, instead of seeing your physical appearance, you must go beyond it for you to understand the true meaning of reflection. based on philosophical inquiry. Thus, when you look at the mirror again, you may ask, who am I? Instead of, do I look good today? And for you to answer the former question, you must examine your experiences and disregard the latter one, which focuses only on physical traits. What Socrates said, know thyself, tell us that reflection is inseparable to human being because it allows him or her to understand his or her own existence. Reflection requires a person to be willing to examine his or her own thoughts, feelings, and action, and to learn more about one's life and experiences. Every person has different experiences. Thus, experiences differ. The philosophical reflection can be done through observation, contemplation, on the experiences we have in life. Since philosophy is a science, it negates hearsay, myths, and other imaginative realities. It allows us to understand events through experiential evidences with the following steps. Identify specific problem, experience, feeling. Know your problem first before anything you can do. Organize and evaluate data. You have to observe before making judgment, gather evidences, then identify the possible action to be done. Propose a hypothesis. This is the thinking part. You analyze the gathered data. Propose a reasonable meaning of the experiences based on evidence, then you give conclusions. Apply the hypothesis. This is the action part. You have to decide and to do what you're supposed to do based on evidences, but make sure you foresee the possible consequences of such action. The act of philosophizing begins with the self, with one's life. Asking a question is asking something that affects life in one way or another. The self, as we all know, is not perfect. Not all that exists is known to a person. When a person fails to do something properly, he asks himself how and why he has gone wrong. On the other hand, if he succeeds in a certain activity, just the same, he seeks for its reason. Engaging in philosophical reflection allows us to develop beneficial skills that we can apply in our day-to-day situations. Man is a rational animal, as popularized by Socrates, gives us identity of being superior to animals, considering that man and animal have so many similarities. What is the significance of doing philosophy? Philosophy enables us a person to engage in critical analysis and interpretation of concepts, definitions, arguments, and problems. It helps us to be critical of our own ideas as well as of others, meaning we don't simply accept or reject whatever is presented to us. Philosophy also improves our problem-solving and decision-making abilities. The ability to analyze a problem or dilemma, identify its significant aspects, and come up with alternative solutions is an important skill learned through philosophy. Communication skills are also enhanced by the study of philosophy because it trains us to be very clear and precise about thoughts and sentiments in order to express exactly what we want to say. Wisdom is the fruit of philosophizing. It refers to a person's ability to apply knowledge to daily life, particularly in making sound choices and judgment. Philosophy can contribute to self-development. One can be a better student, scientist, artist, professional, and citizen if he or she has the capacity for inquiry, critical thinking, and reflection. In addition, philosophy encourages a person to know oneself, his or her strength and weakness, to establish an identity and determine his or her purpose in life. Philosophers, please prepare your pen and notebook. Let us see what you learn in doing philosophy. Directions. Apply your philosophical point of view about life.
Identify whether the statement is opinionated or factual. If the statement exemplifies or shows opinion, write O. If it is fact, write F. Number 1. Man by nature is good. Number 2. Everyone reflects his life, but not everyone reflects the meaning of his life. Number 3. The only value of philosophy in our life is to seek its meaning. Number 4. Man is absolutely free. Number 5. Your existence is valued by everybody. The answer are the following. Number 1 is letter F. It is a fact. Number 2 is letter F, fact. Number 3 is F, fact. Number 4 is letter O, opinion. Number 5, O, opinion. Directions. Based on the given situation, how would you respond? Use the principle of reflection in answering. Imagine you were on board, together with your both parents and 2 siblings on the cruise ship, going to Puerto Princesa for a vacation. And suddenly, there was an engine explosion, and the ship sank. You only got 1 extra life jacket. Who among your 4 loved ones are you going to save, and why? We may have different answers, but if I were on that situation, I would give the extra life jacket to my mother, then find ways to save the others member of my family. Why? Because it was my mother who always there for me in my ups and down in life. That's why I would save her first. How about you?
Good job! Let's keep going. Then by synthesizing what you have learned. First, we have got to know that reflection is an activity of the person to be willing to examine his or her own thoughts, feelings, and actions, and to learn more about his or her life and experiences. Second, we learn how to reflect philosophically on a concrete experience wherein we have to follow the 4 steps. Identify specific problem, experience, or feeling. Organize and evaluate data. Propose a hypothesis. Give conclusions. Apply the hypothesis. Lastly, we appreciate the significance of doing philosophy in our lives, as it teaches us to become critical thinkers, and it encourages us to know ourselves, our strength, and weakness, to establish our identity and determine our purpose in life. Philosophers, let's see if we attain our objectives. Get your pen and notebook and try to answer the following.
Carefully read the statement in each number. Choose the letter of the best answer and write it in your notebook. Number 1. Which statement should be excluded? Letter A. The unexamined life is not worth living by Socrates. B. By myself I am nothing, and I can do nothing by Marcel. Letter C. That is the possibility that ends all possibilities by Heidegger. D. Man begins to know himself through the things belonging to him by Ortega. Number 2. Which statement does not signify reflection? A. I think Therefore, I exist. Letter B, I am not a good son. Letter C, I forgive my offender. Letter D, I love chocolate. Number 3. Man is a rational animal. Is popularized by Socrates. Therefore, A. Mark is an animal. B. He has instinct. C. He is reasonable. D. All are true. Number 4. If reflection helps to you to understand yourself and your action better, then A. You have to think of the consequences of your action if it's good for everyone or not. B. You have nothing to worry about others' feelings. C. You should be contented with your present situation. And letter D, you should not care about others' concerns. Number 5. What would be your first step for a better understanding of the situation? A. Foresee the possible consequence. B. Organize and observe the given situation. C. Identify the nature of the problem. D. Give a better conclusion. The answer for number 1 is letter C. That is the possibility that ends all possibilities by Heidegger. For number 2, the answer is letter D. I love chocolate. Number 3, the answer is letter D. All are true. Number 4, the answer is letter A. You have to think of the consequences of your action if it's good for everyone or not. Number 5, the answer is letter C. Identify the nature of the problem.
Thank you for staying with me in this episode. See you next time as we discuss about the methods of philosophizing. Once again, I am Sir Charles, your Kayumanista partner, here in Puerto Princesa Dream TV.